Hi everyone, and yet again welcome to the healing bench. Today on the bench we have this surveillance camera that belonged to a friend that asked me to check it out and see why it's not working. It's generic, so not branded in any way. So a generic camera, I think they got out of AliExpress or something, and it's currently not working. I tried it to measure the power supply. This is a 12 volt power supply, and it seems to be outputting 12 volts, so we're good on that. In terms of model, there is a sticker here that says RY54. So I searched for the model and I found that there is an app called CareCam Pro, but when connected I was not able to get any signal from the camera. I was not able to pair it, and there's definitely a fault if we connect this to the power supply. So I have the power supply plugged into mains and it outputs 12 volt. You'll see that the lights at the front will shine, so there is power coming to the camera, but from the videos I've seen online there should be a sound where after the initialization of the camera there is a sound played that tells it that it's ready. This one does not do any sound like that, and we have the reset button here that we can press for 3 to 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5, and nothing happens. And in the videos that I saw, this will trigger the reset function of the camera, where again we should hear some sort of sound that it went into reset mode. Now down here there is this access hatch that houses the micro SD card, and another, I'm guessing, reset button that I also tried. Here is the SD card that came with it, and it's fine and working. I was able to access the files on it on the computer, but I also tried to press that little reset button there. So I tried to press that reset button as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and still nothing happens. No matter how long I press on it, nothing happens, and there is no sound coming from the camera. The idea is that we're gonna open it and figure out if there's something that we can do. I highly doubt that there will be something that we could fix, but who knows. In terms of the construction, there are two motors. So one up here that rotates the camera like this through the PTZ control, and then another one that rotates the camera like this. You have the reset button here access, and we have a network jack that we can plug to any wired network. So there are some screws here on the back that I'm gonna try to lift up this cover and get access to the electronics. We'll see what happens. Okay, so nothing immediately obvious here except for the fact that there is probably another PCB up here in the body of the camera, because we have wires going to the LEDs from there, and also this is the speaker inside, the motor with its driver, probably some sort of a microcontroller, but there's definitely more wires coming in from the top, so I'm gonna open that as well to inspect. Okay, so we're in, and there's another PCB here, one that is probably in control of the Wi-Fi. A funny thing that I noticed there is that if you look closely here, only one of the antenna cables is actually connected to the board, and on the other one is just a wire that's not terminated anywhere. And if we look at the antennas, so this one is the darker one coming in from the PCB, and we could see that there's actually some sort of an antenna here inside, but on the other wire is just a simple knot that is tight, so that it only appears as if we have a second antenna, but this is just a simple wire, so the second antenna is just fake. In any case, that shouldn't be the source of the issue. Let me try and figure it out if I can see something here. The motor seems to be spinning freely. I'm gonna take out the PCB and inspect it closely. And here is the PCB out of the camera. It looks super nice and well made, which reminds me of the quality that PCBWay provides on their PCB manufacturing service. Right now they are in full holiday spirit with their Christmas big sale promotion, which is full of deals and discounts. Whether you're looking to prototype your dream PCB or dabble in 3D printing and CNC machining, PCBWay has you covered with fantastic services and offerings. You can even snag an amazing Christmas themed prototypes for free, grab some limited time coupons, or even win some free components or tools. Hurry up and join the festive fun while it lasts. Head over to PCBWay from the link in the video description and make this holiday season bright with unbeatable offers. Thank you PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Before I disconnected everything, I measured that I'm getting the 12 volts here on the input, which I was, but after we turn it around, we could immediately see a problem in this area. So let me try and figure it out. What chip that is. It's quite small, so, and I don't have a microscope unfortunately, but let's try and figure it out what that chip is. Yeah, unfortunately that seems to be gone beyond recognition. I'm able to identify like the U possibly, but the rest is just burnt through. And if we measure, so I have my meter in continuity mode, so if I connect, you hear the beep, and there seems to be like a breakout for a USB here. And if we connect to that, so this would be 5 volts and ground, we have a direct short in between, and I can trace that short directly to most of the pins here on the IC, and it's across the capacitors, not this one but this one on the output is definitely shorted, so we are not getting the 5 volts for the control circuitry, and thus the camera is not turning on. Now I mounted the board in my PCB vise. There will be a link up here in the corner if you want to check that out, that I just built in my last video. And I'm gonna try and use some hot air to remove the chip, possibly try to figure out the circuit and maybe figure out what IC it is. It will be some sort of a voltage regulator, but unfortunately it's gonna be very difficult to identify and figure out how to replace it. Okay, I'm not sure how much you're gonna be able to see this, but this end pin here is like all burned through the PCB, and we even have the track that's being ripped off. So it seems that the input comes from this diode to the pin that's burnt. So if we have a connection through there, the output to 5 volts seems to be from the pin next to it, and the output ground seems to be pin number 1. So we have pin number 1 is the V out, actually it's ground. Pin 2 is V out, and pin 3 is V in. And is any of this connected together? No. No, the coil seems to be connected to V out as well, so through here. I'm unable to identify the circuit because I could not magnify it, but we know that we have at least these 3 pins on the side. I'm gonna try and look online to see if I could find anything. Well, if luck would have it, I appear to have found the IC, and I searched for 6-pin SMD buck converter because this is a buck converter and it lowers from 12 to 5 volts. And if we could see, 1 is ground, and we can compare that with our circuit here. So 1 is connected to ground, 2 is connected to the coil and then to the output. So if we go to the coil and then to the output, to the 5 volts, that seems to be right. The pin that we're missing is our input coming here from the diode. Then on pin 6, it seems to be connected here on the capacitor, and from the other side it should be connected to the output, so to this pin here, which is true. The middle one is enable, and through one of the resistors here it seems to be probably pulled to ground, or yep. So, and then the final needs to go to a resistor divider, which it does down here. So it seems that we found our IC, and it seems to be TPS 563209. If we go to the data sheet, it says step down regulator in SOT23 format, which is correct. If we look online, we should be able to buy this one, but unfortunately it's gonna take at least 2 to 3 weeks before I get them here on my bench. Now, for the purposes of the video, I had an idea to try something out. This is the L7805 linear voltage regulator. It won't be efficient as the circuit that we have here, but I think we should be able to provide it with 12 volts and have steady 5 volts on the output, so we can test and see if everything else on the camera works. If it does, then I'll probably order the chip online and replace it once it's arrived. The LM705 receives the input voltage on the pin on the left. The middle one is ground, and the one on the far right is the output. In our case, it's 5 volts. So my idea is to solder it like this. So I'm gonna solder it to the 5 volts and ground here on the board, and I'm gonna run a small wire to connect the input, and we'll see if it's gonna work. Okay, so I now have only the input 12 volt connected to the board, and I'm gonna plug the 12 volt from the adapter. I haven't soldered the last pin here on the end because I wanted to verify that my theory works and that we have 5 volts on the output. Now let's connect everything together and figure out if this will fix the camera. Okay, we have everything connected. Moment of truth. Okay, nothing blew up. There does not seem to be any sound. Let's try the reset button. Nope. So still the same. Okay, let's try and test some voltages here on the board. I see that we have some test points. Okay, this should be ground. And there's a 3.3. Nope, we're missing 3.3. And probably we're missing the rest of the voltages. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if we have 5 volts. No. But we're missing the 12 volts from the input. No, we do have the 12 volts on the input. The wire broke. Okay, that makes sense. I must have damaged the wire when I was stripping it, so here goes nothing. Okay, we seem to have an LED there on the board. I don't think we had that before, so it's a progress. Okay, now it seems...
Welcome to use.
Okay, perfect. Now it said welcome to use, so it must be booted to figure out Wi-Fi. And I see some blinking lights. Let me get you closer. Yeah, if you can see, it seems to be in some sort of a boot mode where it looks for Wi-Fi, and I'm sure it's gonna work from now on. We just need to order that chip, and here is working, although not together. I'm gonna order that chip and replace it properly so it's powered through the switch regulator. You'll see it occasionally beeps. So let's try the reset. Yeah, seems to be doing something. I turned on the light at the front. It's probably going into that boot mode. It's gonna say welcome to use or something like that. But in any case, we know that it now works.
Welcome to use.
Yeah, here it goes. So I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope that you liked it. We were able to replace it, although with not original parts. I had great fun exploring this one because it was difficult to identify what that chip is and what it does. If you are into repairs and you would like to see more videos, I have a playlist that covers all of my repairs. Make sure to subscribe so you see all of my future projects and videos. Yeah, beep. And I will see you all in the next one. Cheers!